Oh boy, this whole situation with Elon and Twitter. If you ever want to lose faith in humanity, watch that whole scene devolve into a chaotic death spiral. The more I pay attention to it, the more I wish to disassociate myself from the mainstream right. Elon can say Twitter is the digital public square all he wants, but in reality, it's a whorehouse battleground where everyone is trying to screw and maim each other. Before, when the puppet masters had their mitts on it, it tilted heavily towards the left. Tilting it back towards a level equilibrium is going to give the right the advantage because the left can't win without the imbalance. And when you're looking at all of this from the monarchical perspective, you're already outside the conventional thought bubble looking at this petty squabble, this horrendous, clumsy, democratic mess of republicanism and every iteration of the left wing just lobbing fecal matter back and forth at each other. And you're far off, high above, sitting there with some scotch or chardonnay. Not in an arrogant, aristocratic manner, mind you, more in a, oh my, this is dreadfully unnecessary kind of manner. I was watching Aiden on Tim Pool, and props to my co-host for keeping her composure. I probably would have as well, but my locked jaw and eyes would have given it away I'm a ticking time bomb over here, because they were discussing Musk not bringing back Alex Jones after they did a poll about bringing back Trump. What drives me insane is the astounding entitlement from people who are terminally online. Regardless of political affiliation, these people live in Twitterville and think Elon is king. I say this to Aiden, conservatives live in this weird world of principles when they want to, and realism when it suits them. Seemingly, rarely shall the two ever meet. Here is the skinny of the situation, because again, terminally online, schizophrenic childlike minds over here. Twitter is in the process of rebooting. It no longer has the enormous flood of funny money propping up the joint as before. It was an ideological tool prior. Now it is operating as a business, and a business needs to make money. It is operating in the red. It is bleeding about, $4 million a day? Newsflash, this is not sustainable, and the subscription service thus far is not remotely an adequate replacement. It is not viable. At present, it is a slow sinking ship. So Elon's first priority is to get the damn ship to stop leaking. Bringing people back on that will almost certainly further exacerbate this already turbulent process is like trying to plug the leaks with a shotgun. This is not a constructive move. It's pouring battery acid all over the place. This one guy on the show, Luke, oh my lord, this kid's attitude is drowning in entitlement to the point where it's severed any connection to reality or common sense because these people seemingly wouldn't understand anything I just said. So in the wake of Elon Musk saying no and too bad in response to Viva Fry taking issue with Elon Musk not immediately reinstating Alex Jones to the platform, and I like Fry, but saying Elon is no better than Dorsey, considering what Elon is currently trying to do to reform this hellhole that is Twitter, it just screams deluded stupidity. It is mind-blowing to me to see these people all behave like bipolar mental patients, condemning Elon the moment he doesn't run the joint on their principles. Well, the more I see this kind of BS, the more it is becoming increasingly truer that the right has no concept of strategy. So Luke comes out after Elon reinstated Kathy Griffin and says this.
She also evaded the ban and then went on her dead mother's platform in order to still raise her voice against Elon Musk. So again, something's happening here. You're going to allow her to have a voice, but not Alex Jones. Explain your reasoning. Don't be a prick. Don't just say, too bad. What's going on here? Is there internal pressure? Are there people inside of the company that are saying, no, don't do this? Are there corporations? Are there government agencies? Are there any other institutions that are pressuring you to do this? At least explain yourself if you're going to be making this kind of statement. And Alex Jones, of course, responded, making his own video regarding this specific news. And he says, hey, guys, don't blame Elon Musk here. Alex Jones is trying to be the bigger person here, addressing this larger saga here. But at the end of the day, we at least deserve an explanation because we were promised free speech. This is not free speech. This is a person deciding what he wants with his own whims that shouldn't be acceptable to anyone.
Okay, firstly, if you need to be told why Elon would reinstate a witless comedian with no reach or talent versus a man who's being sued for over $1 trillion, that says more about your lack of understanding of the world around you than anything else. Secondly, that line of, we are owed, I'm sorry, what contract did you sign? What magical promise is this that you feel you are entitled to? Such arrogance is incredibly off-putting. And I said before, if you keep pushing this pompous rhetoric, Elon very well might realize there is no pleasing everyone and please no one, or burn Twitter altogether to the ground, which I can guarantee you, all the people who say they want this but who are on Twitter would lose their sanity if he did that. They would never admit it, but these people are junkies, and we all know this, because the people who bitch the most about Twitter are its biggest addicts. Elon is currently trying to navigate through his own staff, potentially trying to sabotage and set the place on fire. So the idea of Elon openly airing the internal dynamics of Twitter or pressure from other corporations or government agencies to the public smacks of reactionary stupidity. Does it not occur to your short-sighted mind this would have potential ramifications and consequences clearly far above your intellectual pay grade? From a business perspective, how the hell does Elon benefit from doing this? This is such a millennial attitude. With regards to the free speech thing as well, because I said this before, I am not a free speech absolutist, because as a concept, it's absurd. Any dimwit can say they're a free speech absolutist. In theory. In practice, this is completely nonsensical. Actions have consequences, including your damn speech. If you think you're Billy Big Balls with your free speech absolutism, go on Twitter and say the F and N word. No context, not aimed at anyone, just the words, and see what happens. No one is going to do this because they'll get banned, and they know that. It's why they don't do it. If you want free speech absolutism in the truest sense, you go on 4chan. On Twitter, it will always be a damn fantasy. It's a pipe dream. The only time you will ever get any free speech absolutism uncensored in practice is when there is no consequences for doing so. That is the damn truth. And everybody knows this. This is not some third eye-opening revelation here. I'm just so sick of this manic back and forth with these impossible-to-please impatient purists on the right who never shut the hell up about free speech absolutism, which in reality is nothing but an empty virtue-signaling slogan on the right, and anyone who disagrees with me on that, you can bite my shiny metal ass.